Hi friends. Oh, I have collected so much material and they keep on coming. I can see things everywhere, but maybe I should take a couple of days off the internet and just make a lot of videos that with roads I find when I look into the stalking article, because there are so much I feel I need to tell, and I think it's so important to get it out because people are hurt in their living, and some, I'm sure, are taking their lives because of this total idiotic game they play with our lives. I know in the end it has something to do with think about how you are treating both yourself and others, and the sins you do, what they can end up to do of harm. But well, let's get a little bit more about the Jewel and the Jewel company, and then I have to go to out of a new line. But we had this picture, pear-lit, very easy. You can say we have this plain thing. What did I see the other day in a newspaper? The men behind the Danish defense. And we know before I have talked about the taking children and connecting to something that is flying. And also from my son's case many years ago, there were a doctor who had the name Fly for her last name. So I think that was simply a person they have placed there to say, if you do not agree about this child, we will take him. We will make him fly away. But there was this mark the shop was selling, the Gris Ugono from Jean Eve. What did I found when I searched on Gris Ugono, meaning begotten of gold? And there suddenly came a building up, a twin tower that was named Gris Ugono in Dubai. So another connection to Dubai. And here is a tall building and a smaller building, but they are one. So there again we could have a connection, a parent and a child. But I will also say I talk out from two things, two stories. I have my own situation where my child was taken away from both me and the father, and the system stole him to an institution. But I also think we have to go for another child in what is going on here. And that is what is going on in the hidden. I think in my story there are one more child that are playing a role. But we had this company, the leader of the shop, there was written an article where he talked about having vest, safety vest on. It seems to there have been robberies in gold shops and so on. So those who work there start to go with the vest, the security vest, if somebody should come out in and rob them and maybe shoot at them. But he say that the there was made some kind of a law that you are not allowed to wear those vests, it seems to. And he says that he felt that very crazy somehow. But I think the vest, when it also has a double meaning. It has something to do with the West, the Western countries, and maybe the Western brain. It's so big. Everything is mixed together. But here we see they also have something from Switzerland, and I come into something in Switzerland too, because we have something with the Nazi going on. No doubt, many politicians also mention it. And we know there were a person from the Second World War. He was born in a Swiss city. And we know the Swiss flag is the opposite of the Red Cross. Red Cross are known for helping, so I assume what's going on with this Swiss thing and war and so on is something with not helping, maybe damage. And I will come with something from this city where this leader from the Second World War, he was born nearby and is connected to in the history. But we have some more. The jewel bracelet design has been head sponsor for Miss Denmark. It's from 11. So if it was only that year, I don't know. I have not looked much into Miss Denmark. But there we have something with Miss, or a woman who are not married. But Miss, you also can miss somebody. And we have a competition with women in all the world. And as far as I know, the Miss competition, Miss World competition, is something about being a beautiful lady. Not only how your body looks, but also in your mind. But and Miss, M-I-S in Danish means cat. So there are also something about how they use the cat in their signaling. We know the bad man. There was something with a cat woman also. But here I found, I think it's an older advertising from the jewel company. And there they have, in the dark, they have the ice, snowflakes. So there's a connection to the snowflakes and something in dark. And a woman who takes to her head, she has a very big headache, I think. It should symbolize. But we'll come more into the snowflake. This jewel, here we have the pyramid and a pearl at the top. Could it be a child at the top of the world? And it's from 60. There we have the 6 rings. But I also found this. Dubai Circle is this ring called. So there we have a shape that I have shown before, and I will come more into it also. But again, a connection to Dubai. And it seems to something, it's also a picture, so it mirrors. So there we could have the twin symbolism also. I showed this picture the other day and said I think about paper clips. And maybe also something with cell towers, look-alike, soulmate magic. So if the papers, if you can agree on the paper, maybe everything will be magic if a couple can agree. about a child, I don't know. And this one I showed is called Ring of Passion. Yeah. But there were also this one from the company Chris Ugono. A ring with a beer and a pearl. And it leads me to that we have to look into the beer also. Here is some arrangements, I assume there were, with this Grisogono. And the woman in the middle wears a crown. They have placed her just under the light crown. And there were more with this 5 leaves flower. And we have this ring, where again we have something with 3 rings, but we also have this strange mark there, and the shape of it, I think I have mentioned it before, with the freedom goddess and with the lines she had in the crown. We have to talk more about this one also, this pattern. And we end with the black hole ring that also had the Dubai connection with the building, the black hole in Dubai. But that was what I would show you with the jewel. And now we go more into the Reslev name.